Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the Kenmore Dryer moisture sensor. It's going to be a very easy repair and it'll only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the housing, the sensor bars, the retaining clips, and the spacer. The moisture sensor tells the dryer when the clothes are dry, the minute you should be changing it out if it's failed and the clothes aren't dry at the end of the cycle. Sometimes the moisture sensor bars get residue built up on them, so if you don't think they're working, you can try using some rubbing alcohol to clean them off. First thing we're going to do is open up the door. Once you have the door open, you can see the moisture sensor on the rear bulkhead. Just have to reach in and clean it off. If the cleaning didn't work and you have to change the part, first thing we're going to do is pull out the lint screen, set it aside. Then we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws to hold the lint screen housing to the top. You want to make sure you don't drop them inside the housing. Once you have the screws out, we can go around to the back of the dryer. Now that we're around back, we're going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the screws that hold the back panels on. First we're going to do the access panel, just held on by one. Once you have the screw out, just pull out the other side, set it aside. Now we're going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the screws that hold the back panel on. Don't forget the one behind the power cord. Once you have all the screws out, we can pull the back panel off and set it aside. Now we can remove the lint screen housing. It's held in by 4 screws. We're going to use the 1/4-inch nut driver to take them out. Once you have the screws out, we can pull the housing off and set it aside. You don't get too many chances to take your dryer all the way apart, so if yours is dirty like this, you want to make sure you clean it up. Now that we have the duct out of the way, we can see the moisture sensor. We're going to carefully unplug the wire, and then we can untwist this sensor bar up here on the back. We're just going to grab it with the pliers and untwist it. Once you have it untwisted, we can go up front and grab the moisture sensor out of the drum. Now that we're on front, we're just going to open up the door and reach in and grab the moisture sensor. Once you have it free, you can pull it out of the dryer. Here's the old moisture sensor next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. We do have to put the moisture sensor bars in. So we have the U-shaped one, which if you turn it over, that's going to go on the left. You just need to push it up and then lock it into place. And the L-shaped one goes on the other side. And we're just going to push this tab in here and then push the other end in. Once you have those in, we can grab the retaining clips and the spacer and go put it in. Now we're going to tape the moisture sensor to the bulkhead. You want to make sure you use some tape that doesn't use any residue and tape it in place. Once you have it on there, we can go around back. Now that we're on back, we're going to put the spacer on. All you have to do is slide it onto the lower terminal. You want to make sure that the flat side is out. And then each one of these terminals has a little slot in it that the retaining clip goes into. So you just want to push it in there and lock it in place. Just push it down until it catches in that little notch right there. Once you have that one in, we can put the upper one in. Once you have them both in, you want to make sure that the upper one is actually touching the cabinet so it has a contact, and you want to make sure the lower one, that the spacer is keeping it away from the cabinet. Once you have it in place, we can connect the wire. It's just the one, it goes on the lower sensor bar. Just have to press it on so you get a good connection. To put the housing back in, all you have to do is line it up, slide the top in, and then push the bottom in. Once you have it in place, we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put in the screws. Now we can put the back panel on. Just want to lift the power cord out of the way, and then you want to make sure that that lip on the bottom goes into the cabinet. Once you have the lip on, you can lift the back panel up, and then we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put in the screws. Now we can put the access panel on. Just want to put the tab into the slot right there and push it over, and we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put in the screw. Now we can go around to the front of the dryer. Now we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to put in the 2 screws that hold the lint screen housing to the top panel. Just want to be careful you don't drop the screw inside. Once you have the screws in, we can put the lint screen in. All you have to do is slide it into place. Then we can open up the door and remove the tape. Once you have the tape off, you can close the dryer door, plug it back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.